Hello, and welcome back to Red Devils Football. I'm Philip, your sarcastically charming host with just the right touch of exasperation. Today, we're diving into the 5 Manchester United players who, under the reign of new manager Rúben Amorim, could soon find their careers in the Premier League as shaky as a one-legged stool on cobblestones. So, a little context before we sharpen our axes. After Erik ten Hag orchestrated United's most catastrophic Premier League start in modern history, an achievement that feels impressive in the way a record-breaking defeat does, he was shown the door on October 28th. Enter Ruud van Nistelrooy as the briefest of interludes, followed by the real headline, Rúben Amorim, plucked fresh from Sporting Lisbon, ready to play savior or skeptic, depending on your outlook. Now, with Amorim officially taking charge after the November international break, here are 5 players who should be looking over their shoulders or, let's be honest, probably checking Rightmove for rentals outside Manchester. 5. Casemiro. Casemiro, the formidable Brazilian who once prowled the Santiago Bernabeu like a lion, but now resembles more of an overworked house cat in the Premier League. Despite a few respectable showings to end October, he cemented his place on Amorim's naughty list with that horror show against Liverpool on September 1st. One performance so cataclysmic, you'd think it was part of an avant-garde titled How to Lose a Midfield in 90 Minutes. With Amorim favoring a double pivot, Casemiro might find himself edged out by the youthful energy of Kobbie Mainoo, the grit of Manuel Ugarte, or even Christian Eriksen's last bursts of footballing brilliance. 4. Matthijs de Ligt. Next up, Matthijs de Ligt, who seems to have discovered that defending in the Premier League is, well, not quite like taking a holiday stroll along the Amsterdam canals. If Amorim brings his favored back 3 system from Portugal, de Ligt's nightmares could get a sequel. Bayern fans remember how well he thrived in such a setup under Nagelsmann. Spoiler, he didn't. And Van Gaal's choice to sideline him after one World Cup start? It reads less like a slight and more like an advisory note. At a dramatic late-match penalty giveaway against West Ham just days before ten Hag's dismissal, and we're not exactly seeing steady rock at the back, are we? 3. Joshua Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee, or as opposing defenders have come to know him, the guy who probably won't score. 1 goal in 15 appearances would be worrying enough if he played as a defensive midfielder, but for a forward, it's a little more tragic theater than light comedy. It feels almost unfair to include him here alongside Rashford and Antony, but context matters. His transfer from Bologna was supposed to bolster United's frontline, not redefine what underwhelming means. While Rasmus Højlund has a mere extra goal to his name, let's not forget Højlund's injury hiatus and a solid 16-goal record from last season, giving him the benefit of the doubt. 2. Marcus Rashford. Oh, Marcus. The tale of Rashford's season so far reads like a mystery novel with a plot twist no one needed. He finally snapped his Premier League goal drought. Great. But with just 5 goals in 19 matches across competitions, he's sprinting through games like he's late for dinner rather than hunting for goals. To his credit, 2 of those 5 were against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup, which is like getting an extra point for showing up in a pub quiz. With Amad Diallo showing promise and hungry for a chance, Rashford's spot might be closer to a bench than a throne, unless he finds his magic touch. 1. Antony. And in the number 1 spot, it's none other than Antony, whose United career so far has been a masterclass in dramatic irony. Remember when the club forked over $108 million for his services? Well, it seems Antony has spent that time proving he has a taste for the bench's luxurious seating. 12 goals in 87 appearances and not a single starting lineup in the Premier League this season? Ouch. Amorim, who appreciates efficiency and tactical sharpness, might find Antony's flair for the sake of flair style better suited to a YouTube skills compilation than an actual match. It's safe to say, barring a sudden burst of form, the Brazilian's days under the Old Trafford floodlights are numbered.